Welcome.
It's nice to be here. So I've just prepared some notes that I'm just going to read to, but it supports the submission that I put in. So kia ora, my name is David Bristow, and thank you for the time to speak to my written submission, which is obviously a very demanding and busy time for the council. And I really do appreciate what you're going through at the moment. Firstly, I strongly urge the council to put a plan in place so that it can renegotiate the cost share agreement with the Crown. The object of this review would be to re-establish a priority list of Crown and council projects based upon meaningful and extensive consultation with the citizens of Christchurch. Something I believe the previous council failed to do in seeking no public consultation or input and binding us to a cost share agreement that is putting huge pressure on this council and the ratepayers of Christchurch. The extent of the existing cost share agreement in terms of the number of the projects, the scale and the timings of these projects, which are already experiencing delays, need to be revisited after public consultation with an underlying objective to keep control and ownership of our strategic assets that generations of ratepayers have contributed to over many years. Secondly, the council needs to implement a full review of its financial assumptions and look to keep its costs under control. Is it priority work to landscape the entrance to the Sticks Mill Reserve on Sticks Mill Road, just recently completed, when I'm sure there is other priority work more urgent to be done? The council needs to move with greater haste and vigour to resolve all outstanding insurance claims. It needs to open the council door around the problems with the claims, as this outstanding issue has a huge bearing on the long-term plan. I urge the council to seek the proposed global settlement, which has been around for about a year now, at mediation in September. Pity it has taken 4+ years to get to that stage. And that the agreed payment could be on the council's books this year. And that would have a huge bearing on this plan.
Oh, and you're not going to, sorry, I mean, you're obviously quoting from the civic reinsurers.
I have quoted it on certain bits, yes.
Yeah, but the article that he wrote, is it utterly inappropriate for our insurer to be talking publicly about anything?
It's public knowledge though, Mayor.
Yeah, but it's not correct. It's not accurate.
Okay. Already the University of Canterbury, 550 million, and the Port Company, 440 million claims have been settled. Greater urgency is needed from all concerned in this space. I am opposed to the full or partial sale of our significant and strategic assets. Why would you sell or sell down strategic assets that would generate 230 million in dividends over 10 years? With the growth rates expected in Christchurch over the next 10 years, then dividends are likely to increase. Finally, rate increases proposed are unsustainable, and I would expect the majority of ratepayers and residents in Christchurch would have great difficulty with them as proposed. When wage increases range from 1.5% to 3%, if any, we are looking at a rate rise over the next 4 years of 33%. My children, the future ratepayers of Christchurch, are facing daunting property costs, and I would say now are becoming unachievable. The Reserve Bank Financial Stability Report out this month quoted a sharp rise in mortgage rates could stress highly in-debt borrowers. I would also add that a sharp rise in property rates could also stress highly in-debt borrowers. I support the common sense plan. Thank you. Thank you.
That's great. Got room for one question? Okay, thank you very much. All right, so we have an adjournment now until 6 o'clock, and so if everyone could be back here, we'll start on the dot of 6 o'clock. In fact, if people could be back here at 5 to 6, we'll see if we can get underway.